I'm going to add and enhance a bit. At the heart of crime are criminals. And we have to recognize this, that there is an acceptance on behalf of so many of the progressive left that crime has some other reason other than criminals. And so we have to start here, which is, first, we must arrest and prosecute criminals. That's what we have to do. And therefore, we must start with the law enforcement heroes who were demeaned and undermined to the point where no one wanted to do the job. Huge vacancies in law enforcement across the Commonwealth of Virginia. So we start there. First, we celebrate them and support them. Second, we raise their pay and we give them the resources they need. And third, we have to have prosecutors who will prosecute criminals who do crime. Second, starting in the Biden administration and running through all of the progressive liberals, they have opened our border to the point where it is flowing drugs into our United States, and every state has become a border state, and we're all dealing with gangs and drugs, and it's real. It breaks my heart. 5 Virginians die of fentanyl poisoning every day, every single day. And what's happened, of course, is that because there's no federal enforcement of drug crimes really today, we see the drugs flowing all over, and in particularly into Northern Virginia, where historically it hasn't been that bad. But because we have fewer law enforcement and prosecutors who don't prosecute, they come rushing in. And so we must stop the flow of drugs, and we must stop the gangs. And then finally, we must get our kids in school and not other places. You see, chronic absenteeism not only is a huge cause of learning loss, but it's what happens when they're not in school that is a huge problem. So we must support law enforcement and prosecute crime. We must stop the flow of drugs and human trafficking that is happening everywhere. And finally, we must provide positive moments for our children to find alternative pathways in school, in careers, starting a business with great mentors. We have a ton of work to do because we have a true crisis in violent crime, particularly in Northern Virginia where we haven't seen it before.